Yeah, marvelous. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my Frank Lucas shit. 3-piece suits, Valentino cufflinks, LV shoes. I bring the shorty closer, just enough to feel the gun on the holster. Out on the balcony, feeling on the breeze. City skylines, we're puffing on some trees. Cup of Henny on the rocks with the soda. Maybach, front of the building with the chauffeur. Yeah, and he waiting on me. Got an umbrella in his hands and my name in the seats. No gift, baby, no thanks. No chinchillas, baby, so what happened to Frank? No phone calls, transactions hand in hand. Give the drugs to Rick, the money to Benny Banks. Talk to Craze and he talks to me. Keep my business out the streets, it's the ART.
Welcome to the show, to the Rick A. Show. Finally, the real podcast is on. For the love of Jada.
So mean. Benny's so mean.
Damn. So I'm joined by Eli Jas today. I'm not joined by Craze Boogie. He is
Where is he?
Super sick. He barely made it on For the Love of Jada. But tonight's guest is from TNT Casting, Cinema Giants,
Wow.
Acting
Welcome.
Rehab.
Wow.
I know him as Yuli. You guys know him as Ulysses Terrero, one of the Terrero brothers. Yuli, welcome to the podcast, my brother.
Welcome.
Finally.
You said TNT Casting. Wow. Where do you find that one at?
I got my sources, man. I got my sources.
TNT Casting. That's what all the OGs say when they see me. What's up with TNT Casting? A long time ago. We TNT closed in 1997, I think, because we got sued for like $10 million because we were doing a movie called what was it called? King of the Jungle. It was starring John Leguizamo, Rosie Perez, Marissa Tomei, Michael Rappaport, a bunch of people. Right? It was called King of the Jungle. It was shooting in I think it was Amsterdam and 103rd, if I'm not mistaken. And the director, Seth Rosenfeld, he wanted me to, there was this big protest scene, and he wanted me to get like 100 Latin Kings. You know, so I spoke to the boss man at the time, and I was like, yo, can you bring the kids to the building? You know, we give you, this amount of money, because it wasn't like a freebie. It was like,
of course.
bread.
Of course.
So here's 10 racks, bring 100 people, or whatever the deal was. And
we lost Yuli's audio for a second.
Uh-oh.
So he brought like 300 Latin Kings. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the protest went well, everything was cool or whatever. And there's like 300 Latin Kings on the corner of whatever, Amsterdam 103rd. And then like 5 dudes come down dressed in red.
When?
And they're like, y'all mind getting off the block? And they were like, we getting paid. We ain't going nowhere. They're like, okay, guys. And they all pulled out guns and started shooting. The Bloods.
Nah.
Shooting the Lion Kings. The Lion Kings moved out the way quickly. Like once they saw the guns coming out, they started dispersing. And to the unfortunate, there was 7 people behind them in the playground, and they all got shot. They all got shot.
Wow.
Yeah, so all those people sued me.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
What was going on in that director's mind? Like, you couldn't have got like extras to. He wanted it to be that authentic. Like,
no, he's a dope director. He wanted some authentic thing. The problem was nobody knew there was Bloods in New York at the time.
Okay.
And that happened to be like the headquarters of the Bloods. And we didn't know that. That was the problem, is that nobody thought to like, hey, let's do research and see there's other gangs there. Which we do that now all day. Anytime we shoot anywhere, I find out who's over there. I find out who's chilling on that block. We do all the research before we shoot, because, like I said, that wasn't the first shooting, and it wasn't the last one. so I got sued. TNT Casting got sued, and we lost. So we went under. So TNT Casting, disappeared after that.
Now,
Unfortunately.
a lot of people that watch movies, they know what a director is, but they have no idea what a casting director does. And you and Jesse have done that before. Like that was one of the ways you guys started. What is the casting aspect of it, and how do you go through? Because first of all, you got the eye. You do acting rehab. You know talent once you see it. But the casting part of it, can you explain that for the audience? How does that work out?
I don't know if it's only me getting a bad reception. I can hear what you're saying, but it sounds pretty
Yeah,
bad.
it's it. We're getting some feedback from maybe it's Ellie's
I
headset.
don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
Is it? Let me try to take it out. It just might be.
Let me see.
Is that how I sound too when I'm talking?
No.
Y'all got
It
Now
wasn't
it's,
me.
I
Oh,
don't
it's
know
close.
what it is that's going on right now.
Crackling or something like that, right? You hear it?
That's
I'm getting
terrible,
a
actually.
feedback.
I'm about to bust a rap over this beatbox going on.
I don't know where that feedback is coming from. Do you
Right?
have a Bluetooth
Weird.
connected to the phone?
It's pretty bad. But the question is, when I'm talking, do you hear that feedback?
No, I feel like
Or am I only hearing it?
a little distortion. Oh,
Yeah,
Eric
yeah.
Rivera, the stand-up comedian, is because you're using the phone. That's why it'll come out like that. So
Oh,
the
Is that
phone
right?
has the speaker, and yeah, because Eric uses StreamYard.
got you. So he would have to put on headphones, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
If you have
Yeah,
them.
Gotta put on headphones?
yeah. If you're using the phone, because of the way that the iPhone is set up, the speaker is the microphone, so you'll get that kind of distortion.
I don't even know if I have
So,
headphones. I tried to plug in with my computer and then have like the apps or whatever it needed me to
maybe you could just pull the
plug it in.
phone back a little further
Oh, you
from
know what? I
you.
do have headphones.
Oh.
I found it. Yay.
Oh my God, and they're like intact too. They're not all crazy.
I never used them before.
Eric, you are the man. Always, always, always. Eric was the one that put me onto this program, by the way.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
Now can I
He's
get
the man. We need to bring him on. What's going on? We need to bring Eric on.
He's been on the show before.
But again, with me.
All right. Let's see if Eric is correct.
Yo,
in his,
Eric did it, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, Eric is correct. It's gone.
It
Okay,
sounds
Eric. I was
crispy.
about to start rapping too. Okay,
So
Eric.
we were talking about casting because we
All right,
went
so
into
what was the
TNT
question?
at the top of it. Yeah. How did you get into casting, and
Okay.
what is the importance of casting in video and film and television?
Well, I got into casting because, like I said, we started as actors. We always shot these movies on the weekends. Mom had bought us a VHS camera, so we used to do the. I was looking for your VHS right now. We were doing movies with the big VHS cameras on the weekends and stuff, and it was something for love and pleasure. And then we were lucky. We never tried to pursue acting because when it was time to go to college, my father was like, "What are you going to college for? Theater, acting?" He's like, "Oh hell no! If you want to do that, you got to pay for it yourself." Because he's like, "Name me 5 people that look like you, and I'll pay for them. I'll pay for your tuition. You can name me 5 Latinos that look like you," and I could have named 5. So therefore I couldn't go to school for acting, but we still did it as a hobby. And then one day there was an open call for a movie, and that's kind of how we got casted in Juice. And stepping foot on that set changed our lives. And we kept going to castings after that. And every casting I would go into, they would be like, "Wow, you're pretty good, but can you be more Latino?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, white lady? Like Odele Vato.
Órale.
And I was like, and at that point, I wasn't too hip on that yet because we didn't really have, like in our area, we didn't really have a lot of Mexicans like that in our areas. So that wasn't like a common way of speaking or talking. So I wasn't too familiar with it. So I used to be like, what do you mean, Vato, loco? Like, what are you talking about? So it makes sense to me. Then I started seeing the movies and I started seeing, okay, they I get it now. They want us to do that. Well, I'm like, but nobody talks like that in Harlem. Who just popped up on the screen right now?
Craze Boogie.
Craze.
Sick, but he's reporting for duty and interrupting Yuli right now.
What's good? I thought I was gonna do it seamlessly, but he noticed. My bad.
Yuli, my bad. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
My bad. Look.
You said that nobody talked like that in Harlem, and I don't know if she was the director of the.
Now I want to interview the guy that came late. So talk to us, brother.
Let's good, today? So I got a doctor's note. Actually, I was actually producing. I was producing our other podcast, and it ran late, and so I copped on a little late.
Really?
I'm sorry for interrupting y'all.
So Jayla's getting fined right now.
That's you got to talk to your peoples now.
Can't be
running.
It
was a good one. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm gonna go away.
No, you can stay now. I want to interview you.
Already.
Yo, ask me any question you want, man. This is a dream come true. You interviewing me?
So what is your name?
My name is Luis Craze de Leon.
De Leon.
Damn,
Where does Craze come from?
His whole government.
So Craze came about when I was about 13 years old and started doing graffiti on 161st Street in the Bronx. And it kind of stuck. Most people that knew me in my hood knew me as that. We kicked you. I kicked you, Ulysses, out.
He bounced on you. He's like, I don't want to.
Fuck it.
He said, he does not
fuck it. You interviewing me, Rick? You interviewing me? What's up, y'all?
How are you? How are you feeling? How are you feeling though?
I'm better. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better now. I'm about 80% back.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yo, thank you.
Glad you're on.
Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate y'all. Talk Your Shit podcast. That's a dope podcast.
Set of Coming to America 3.
Yes. How did you know?
Let's go. Jumped off. He literally.
Yo, he said, "Fuck it."
Damn.
I think he said, "Fuck it."
You just ruined this entire episode for me.
You're welcome.
Everybody's getting
Craze looks like he came back from presenting Simba at Parade Rock. Man, I don't know how to take that, Eric. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Thank you.
Damn. Yuli will be back on.
You'll be back on. In the meantime, I'm here. What's up, y'all?
We could probably do Creators Anonymous.
What's up? Let's go.
All right. So we'll
Yo, what you doing? Tell me.
Craze. Oh man. Craze just took me. My whole joint just got blown off by Craze.
Yo, so, I came.
Yuli's back.
I showed up.
Yuli's back. Just give me a sec. He's back.
Yeah,
Yuli's back.
What happened? Did you press a button and exit us out? What happened?
You know what I'm saying?
No, I thought Craze threw us all out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I seen him go, yo, you know what I'm saying? Boom, and I was gone.
You flipped the script on me, so I had to.
So Yuli, Craze is he's like my right hand man. We've been
Rick's my left hand man.
Producing all these shows together.
Hold on, I'm interviewing him, not you, Playboy.
Yeah, he was in the middle of an interview. I don't know who asked you anything.
So I was like, so tell me about you. Click, gone. I was like, okay.
So yeah, man, I grew up right here in the Bronx, looking up to dudes that Crazy. One of the first few dudes that looked like me that I saw, like you were talking about, and that inspired me and Rick. You and your brother inspired me and Rick, for real.
Craze side hustle is selling bootleg DVDs on the blanket with the outfit. Damn.
Yes.
Okay, now,
wow.
On 125th,
man. Respect. That's why we were supposed to be rich, and then we did this movie called Soul Plane, and Craze was selling it with all his boys on Fordham Road
on 161st Street,
Fordham Ave. So that was the worst movie of all time.
outside the McDonald's.
The biggest flop in the showbiz history. And
I don't think I think it's a cult classic. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
I think it is.
We're not talking about how people received it. We're talking about the marketplace.
Because my brother, look, this is my brother's comment right here. Yuli and Jesse inspired me and Rick.
That's the truth.
We looked up to the Terrero brothers. And
that's the truth.
My brother is being 100% truth there. When I found out it was Dominican cats doing the film, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
We got to buy that shit on Fordham Road right now. We got to start selling that shit. So the problem is, right, the movie got leaked while we were still editing it. So everybody saw Soul Plane before it was finished.
Damn.
And there was a ton of, like, the cast of Soul Plane.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart before he was big.
That's right.
Facts.
Snoop was in the movie. What's the dude from Third Strike Craze? What's his name? I forgot his name.
I know you're talking about, but I don't remember his name either.
Pops was in the movie.
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon was in the movie.
We got Ulysses on again.
Ulysses is here. We're talking about the cast of
why do I keep getting kicked
Soul
out
Plane.
for?
It's Craze. I don't know.
Yo, energy.
Come on, Craze.
It might be the phone.
All right, so I'm sorry I'm picking on you for bootlegging the movie.
Nah, that's
look. So bottom line,
as long as you forgive me.
I don't catch feelings. Everybody got to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got rich off of selling the bootleg, so fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We saved the community that way. Then hey. But everybody saw the movie before we finished editing. My phone was ringing. Yo, I just saw it. It's off the chain. Oh my God, y'all killed it. I'm like, killed what? Soul Plane. I'm like, really? We still got to cut 40 minutes from the movie. How the hell y'all seen this shit? And everybody's seen it. So by the time it came out to the theater, it made like $1. So it was the biggest. So on Soul Plane 2, everybody was gonna get rich on it, but they were like, we can't do another one of these. This shit was garbage. Nobody they went to go see it. So we lost, and then we couldn't work for like 5 years on the movie because we did the worst movie ever of all time. You know, and that's and the reason why I'm bringing it up is because the biggest problem is like my number one haters are Dominican. And I'm Dominican. So you would think like those are my number one supporters. But it's like, like say the Heights in the Bronx, I can't go to the Heights of the Bronx. I gotta go with security. Yeah, I gotta bring security to the Heights in the Bronx. But I could
go. It has to be the phone.
Yeah.
I'm
the
sorry.
Phone, bro. It's the phone.
Anytime we do an interview on a phone, with someone,
the reception's bad.
Good one too.
Yeah. He's coming back. I'm gonna let him know. Usually, it's the phone. Anytime that we do an interview on the phone, it kicks the person out repeatedly because it does it to Gigi when she's on the phone. So sorry about that. It's not us.
I wish you would have told me this prior. I would have figured out these devices to do it on my desktop. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what? I think we should do this in person. You're in New York, right?
Word. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, well, aren't you guys in the Heights of the Bronx?
Where you guys are at? Yeah.
We travel.
Yeah.
Undisclosed location.
We in the Heights, but we in the Heights and in the Bronx. But
we'll come to you.
Nah, we'll get security. We got
word.
Hey, everyone, I'm here for an hour. Come get me.
We'll get security, bro.
We could do it in Queens too. You know,
Queens too. That's true.
Travel. I'll come from Chelsea.
I'll call Serge. We'll do it at Colorworks.
That's true too.
Good idea.
That's a good idea.
I love that spot.
I'm apologizing to everybody that's viewing the show right now.
Sorry guys.
Sorry about that. So yeah, Craze was bootlegging the movie before it came out. No, but we were talking about the cast. Oh, you see?
It's me.
I'm gonna have to rebook Yuli.
Yo, this is frustrating. I'm sure it's frustrating for him.
He's probably tight. Let me.
Let's reset or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
So Eric said Rick will take you to lunch.
Dominicans knocked him off.
That was funny. Dominicans knocked him off. He goes, he only does that with very special guests.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, now I'm trying to get on my computer now. It tells me recommended Chrome. So now I went on Chrome. Download Chrome.
We're gonna fix this, and we'll probably do a second part to this. Rachel.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey.
Rachel almost.
I like the little emoji.
Any of the viewers have a question for Yuli real quick while we're working all these out?
And I want Yuli to finish that statement that he was about to make. He was talking about the reason that he shared that story with us about.
It's because
Craze
is obviously.
No, it was basically because it's like, if we supported one another, right, we'd be the biggest shit on the planet. If we supported one another, bottom line. But we don't, unfortunately. And it's like, it's sad. It's sad because, like I said, I could go anywhere around the world by myself and I'm great. But in the Bronx and in the Heights, I need security. That don't make any sense whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I would love to have, even if it's like an off the air conversation about why you feel that way, because I feel like
I can tell you the guys. I can tell you the names of the threaders, of the It's funny because before Zoom came around, I couldn't teach in New York no more. I was told they'll come shoot my whole spot up if I did a class in New York. So whether I believed them or not, I couldn't take a chance with students and put them at risk. So I had to, I couldn't teach in New York no more. That's why I was doing all those different places: L.A., Santo Domingo, Puerto Rico, California. Miami, because I couldn't do New York. The hate is real.
Yeah, that's super whack.
Like, remember I used to do the New York City sauce. Remember the New York City sauce?
Yeah.
Why don't I do it no more?
I mean, I would love to know. And again, this is something that we can have off the air.
Because I got threatened to stop doing it. Got threatened to they'll shoot the whole place up. So
shout out to Miss Big B, by the way.
Miss Big B.
Rachel.
I can't figure this shit out, man. It's working, man.
It's working. At least it's working. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm
if
trying.
If it does cut off, we could do a special episode on.
You jinxed it.
Why you talked about it, Rick? When he turned the phone, he had it at a good angle right there. Wherever he was at, that angle was good. Once he turned it to the screen, it was done.
Damn.
You said if it does cut off, boom.
Boom.
I
was in Puerto Rico and I only witnessed that in DR, like the light leaving. I was dead ass about to get on the elevator and all the lights left in PR.
Oh, shit.
Se fue la luz.
No, I'm just saying if it does cut off, I'm gonna reschedule this for Thursday with Yuli if it works for him. I was on board for Latinx Gold Up. Ulysses ain't lying. We can't talk offline like that. Yep, that's true.
What happened with
that's
this?
True. No, because there's this thing called Latinx Gold Open, where they were gonna do the same thing they did for Crazy Rich Asians, where we were gonna have Latinos support Latin film, and shit didn't happen. And instead of people saying, for example, when The Heist came out, a lot of criticism. That movie got hit with a lot of criticism, and rightfully so in certain points. But at the same time, you gotta be happy that we're on the big screen. If there's things that need to be changed, those discussions can happen afterwards. But at the moment, you gotta show support. Same thing with Soul Plane. When Soul Plane came out, we should have just supported by going to the film, paying our $8 at that time, and watching it in the theater instead of going and paying $4 for the DVD special. If you ever directed a comedy special,
that craze was selling on Fordham Road
on 161st outside the McDonald's. Damn, you see, fucked up, Rick.
It's enticing when he's gonna pop back in or not.
I think I like this one. It's like a
surprise. Hey
Yeah,
guys.
it's like edge of our seat. You know, like yes, like, yo, we got to get him
He's
before
back.
he leaves again. Hurry up.
Ask him a
Ask
really
him a
good
question, Rick,
next.
before he leaves.
Damn.
Acting rehab. Yeah.
Eric, yeah. I told you to send me the information. You don't send it to me.
Yeah, every time I say something to this guy, I get taken away. We're not gonna talk to him no more.
Don't
I'm
mention
gonna
me.
just
That's
take
it.
Craze off the screen.
Every time I come at him, boom.
I've decided we're gonna have to do a second episode. I don't know. Look, he took himself out.
He got sad. He's like,
The only good
so
thing
funny.
that I have to say is I feel like the next generation of content creators, filmmakers that are coming up right now, all support each other.
facts.
It's a different.
Shit! Wait a minute! I think I
I'm
figured it out. I figured it out. I think.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I'm in. I figured it on the computer. Uh-oh. I figured this out. I downloaded all these apps.
Can I ask you a question though while you figure that out?
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in
he
the
got
desktop. Yeah, I'm in
Ooh.
the desktop now. We
Ew.
outside. We
You
outside.
outside.
All right,
Let's
so
do it.
click me in. Oh, I gotta put my name on. I'll put
Yeah.
a different name this time. Put you to you. You to you on this one. You to you desktop.
Yes, Ulysses is the one. Oh, is it for actors only? Is acting rehab for actors only? That was the question.
Yeah, no, it's not. And I was saying, boom, I'm in the building. Let's go.
Boom.
Oh, clean. I love it.
Crazy, out to come back now.
All
In
right.
the building. Now
Yeah.
we live. Damn, this
Looks
Wow.
fly.
is a different guy. Hold up.
This is way
Different
better.
It's a different angle, though. You can see my dirt in the back, though.
Yo,
Move this camera around a bit.
that's a hell of a wall that you got up there, man.
This
Those are
is
some
the
projects.
best
We want to ask
teaser
you about those projects too.
ever. This is the best teaser episode ever. We get into like a hot topic and we get kicked off.
Like, we have it every time I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Cook gone. You know what I'm good? Cook gone. I'm like, damn, I can't say shit on this show.
No,
Man.
you could drink and curse on this show. So those are two good things.
Yeah,
No smoking?
Yeah,
we
you can
don't
smoke
promote
too.
smoking. We don't promote smoking, so no smoking, please.
Acting rehab has some of the good up and coming talent. I would agree with that actually. Rachel was mad. Rachel, we're good. We're permanent here. Don't worry about it. They're fixed now, finally.
All right, so real quick with the question about acting rehab. So acting rehab, we call it acting rehab because it's almost like a rehab program where we work on you to make you a better person. So because to be a good actor, you got to be a good person, So it's like we treat you to love you. We teach you to love yourself, and appreciate yourself and set goals for yourself and compliment yourself and become your biggest fan, right? So in doing that, I started getting people coming to my class that aren't actors, like lawyers that got to go up in front of the judge and the defendant. So they took my classes so they could get, be more confident when they go against the judge. I've had politicians come in, so when they talk in front of 500 people, they're comfortable and confident. So that's what we call a rehab, because it's like, it's not, our class is not really about acting, it's about you. So we make sure we work on you because the first thing we do in class, like, okay, why are you here today? Well, I want to be famous. I go, all right, what's your cash app? Let me send you your money back and go get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what this is. If you want to be famous, you're setting yourself up for failure, because you can count the people on your hands that are famous. So the chance is like 0.00009 out of 10 billion that you're gonna be famous. So it's like, that shouldn't be something you're chasing. Acting is a craft, acting is a passion, acting is something you should love to do. If you love to do it, you should practice it. So when you get the opportunity, you're great at it. Most people, they say they want to be actors and stuff, and finally 5 years later, oh shit, we got a project that you finally could be a part of, and we set you up, and you come in and you're garbage and you're terrible and you blow the opportunity, and I hate you for 5 years, and it takes me 5 years to get the opportunity again. for wasting my time, for annoying me for 5 years. Yo, come on, man, come on, man, come on, man, come on, man. Here, finally, a role, an idiot. There you go. Boom, you can kill this shit, and they can't even kill it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people harass me all day. Like I said, I can show you my DMs right now, and we'll have a field day of just like people like, yo, come on, man, I've been bugging you for years, and I go on their gram and they just selling guns. I'm like, why you would put? You're not even an actor. You know what I'm saying? Like your Instagram shows what you do, and the only reason why I'm here today is because you've been consistent. You guys have been consistent. We spoke like a year ago, and I was like, yo, show me something. Show me something.
A little bit over a year ago.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna be the first goat here to you know what I mean, to have my 2 followers start following you. I'm like, get it popping, make me be a fan, and if I'm a fan, I'll come through and support. And you know, 9 seasons later, I get a phone call. I'm like, I can't even say no because you guys have been consistent. You know, so now I believe this is what you guys do. Now I believe this is a dream you guys want to do. Now I believe you guys are going to be around a long time. So now let's become friends. Let's get along. Let's do it. Because every year there's 500 new people. Come on, put me on. I got this idea. I just need you to do everything for the idea. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be nice enough to give you half. And it's like, you know, so why would I stop all my ideas to do your idea and get half when I can just do it myself and get 100%? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so you know, people just got to do it, man. You know, like say, I bet you everybody in your block now, every other person in your block now started a podcast because they saw you.
A lot of people from Uptown have started one afterwards. Yes.
Yeah, because they see you and they're like, oh shit, this motherfucker could do the podcast. Oh shit, I'm gonna do one too about hoes and bitches. You know what I'm saying? Bitches and hoes. You know, and then it's like, you know, you do that for 2 days and then it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if there's no passion, if there's no creativity, if there's no like long-term plan, like not, you know, it's not gonna last, man. It's not gonna last. Every single day I get hundreds and hundreds of emails with the bright idea, with the look out for me, with the F you go to hell. I've been reaching out to you for 5 years, 1 year, 2 months, 3 weeks, 10 years, and I ain't never give them shit, this, that, the third. I'm just like, you know, are you an actor? Are you even an actor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you sell guns, you're not even an actor. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I want to meet the guy that sells guns, but
you don't.
in DMs.
That's one of my threats. That's one of my threats from the gun guy. Like, gee, not the pussy boy, from the gun guy. He's the one that wants to get. Like when the pussy guy, you know, disrespects me, it's cool. I got nothing to worry about but when the gun guy gets upset, I got the gun guy upset at me. You know, but it, you know, it's like this, right?
Gun guy need to chill, man.
You know, it's like show business is like the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Like to be on a show on NBC and be like a season regular, that's the Olympics. You know, they make like the smaller roles are getting $150,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Times 36. Like that's the Olympics. You know, how do you get that part? You know how you get that part? You train your whole life.
Training.
So true.
You train your whole life.
If you love it, you'll make the effort.
To be the best. Then you get the gold medal and you get the part of the show. You just don't get it. Yes, there are 5 out of a million, you know, lucky cases.
Rare occasions,
yeah. 5 out of every million, you know, got lucky and they needed somebody with 1 arm and 2 fingers, and they found them and put him in the star of the movie. It was called 1 Leg, 2 Finger Guy, and he got lucky because he had 1 leg and 2 fingers. So now all the dudes with 1 leg and 2 fingers, now they all want to be actors, and they think they could be in this position in weeks and months. But it's like, you know, that's just a special case. Like say right now, you know, some friends of mine that were doing this HBO Max show, and they were struggling with the casting. And what happens in the studio when they struggle with the casting? Who do they call? Ghostbusters. They call me, right? You know, they don't want to give me the check to do it. You know what I'm saying? But when they call me and ask me, "Hey, do I have any Latinos that I want to look out for?" And I'm like, not at all. Not at all. That's what they use to make me cast a movie and not get a check.
Yeah.
And then the little white lady gets, $200,000 to cast the whole movie, but she casts it, and then they're missing the star. So then they call me to do the star. I'm like, ain't that what the check is for? The star? I'm confused.
Yo.
I'm confused here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so they call me, right? And they were like, they need an 11-year-old Dominican girl. You know what I'm saying? 11-year-old Dominican girl to be the star of this TV show. So I was like, so my boy called me. He's a big writer, my brother. So he calls me, and I'm like, hell no. Now, if you want this to be your favor, I'll do it for you. This is your favor. All my friends get one favor. That's it. Get one favor.
That's a good rule.
That's it. No, I used to do 10 favors, and then I did that for a living. They're like, hey, Yuli, why are you living the projects for? Because I've been giving my friends all these favors. I mean, they're all rich now, but I'm over here in the projects because I continue doing favors for friends. But anyway, so he took the favor. So I spoke to the writer, and I was like, look, man, since I'm not getting paid, I'm going to give you 3 choices. And I sent 3 choices, and one of them got cast as the star of the fucking TV show. It's called The Gordita Chronicles, and she's it's on HBO Max, Sony Pictures, and we start shooting September 19th in Puerto Rico.
This is Eva Longoria's.
Eva Longoria's directing. Zoe's and sister executive producers. I think it's all 3 sisters executive producing. So it's really dope. And Eva Longoria, she's so sweet. She's so
that's amazing.
So Zoe, I know them forever. Cicely, it's a dream. It's a dream job. I think it's gonna work. And they already publicity already called me. I think they're gonna do a lot of press work. But the star, and the crazy thing is that I went to Massachusetts to my cousin's house, Raymond Polanco. I went over there to write something. So I was there for 5 months, hibernating or whatever. And his wife, sister, needed a babysitter. So they had the daughter come to the house for 2 weeks. And she was the gordita. So I was with the gordita for 2 weeks. I'm like, this girl's a movie.
Oh, shit.
I was like, she's a movie, but she's a gordita, like an 11-year-old Dominican gordita. Nobody's hiring a Dominican. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like insane that they were looking for an 11-year-old gordita Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
That's so wild. The fact that's even a thing that exists right now in this moment, as in casting.
Well,
it's kind of wild.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give it to HBO Max because they've done a few things lately where I've been like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
the
it's
Romeo
true.
thing was one. The Juan Luis Guerra thing was another.
Yeah, they did the Romeo Santos.
There's a show that was on there too that is called Random Acts of Flyness that I watch. Right, I don't know. I don't remember who's the person that did it, but there's a piece in it that has something about Dominican culture in it with the Diablos Cojuelos and there is something. HBO Max. I think they've been trying.
They got somebody plugged into our neighborhood that's putting them in the right direction.
You think so?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I met this girl at the airport the other day, right? And she was Dominican, and she does diversity at HBO.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. Pleasure to meet you. We should become friends. I'm Ulysses Terrero. Hey, I never heard about you. I'm Jesse Terrero's brother. Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell. I'm like, wait a minute, you Dominican?
And you don't know
you're at HBO Max, and you don't know who the Terrero brothers are?
Nah.
Then I was like, I managed the star of Gordita Chronicles. And she's like, Gordita Chronicles. Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Wait, hold on.
I'm like.
Does she actually work at HBO?
That's what I said. That's what I said. So
lying.
The biggest problems we have, right, is that I'm 50 years old. Mm-hmm. Just turned 50 on Monday.
Excuse me.
God bless you and happy birthday to you.
Yeah, I said 50.
Sorry. I couldn't hold that one in.
Guys old as hell. Whoa.
Damn. Damn, Ellie. That's
I'm
how you
sorry. No, stop it.
Look, I wasn't expecting to do since you, so I didn't paint my beard. The whites are coming out. You see, this side
feel?
stays black, but this side looking white. You know.
Yo,
Anyway,
your hairline is intact, bro. So you good, man.
Exactly.
man, it's tough. It's a little light.
It's there. It's there though.
It's there, though.
It's good. Yeah, it's intact,
It's a little
Not like,
bro. It's intact.
He's
Bro,
like,
it's intact, man. It's
not like
good.
Said,
being
"Look."
crazy though. Our
Just
shit is back there.
yeah, we 30. We're not 30. Anyways, go ahead, I'm sorry.
But the biggest problem is like I went to a Holy Cross High School, so all
Mhm.
my friends were white. I grew up in Dominican Queens, all my friends were black. And on the weekends I was with my family, so I was with Dominicans on the weekends. So I was able to see a lot of different cultures and diversities growing up. And so all my friends that went to like private schools, right? They all went to the big colleges, right? So our schools were white, then they went to white colleges, then they got degrees and worked at white firms, and then they became the head of Latinos for something, But they're not like they've lost touch.
They wasn't plugged in
From the Latin culture. They don't listen to Spanish music. They don't listen to reggaeton. They can't stand Spanish people. You know what I'm saying? Because of them, people treat them a certain way because of the way the other Latinos act. So it's almost like a little racism towards Latinos. So it's like, but they're the ones controlling because they have the education, they have the degrees, and they're the ones now that get it's $10 million to give to the
speak on it, yo. That there's that privilege on some level with certain folks too that don't, that ain't really looking out for the people that you're talking about. Right?
It's not that they're looking at; they just don't know. I got friends that call me all the time. Yo, man, I got $10 million for these Latin organizations. Like, where are they? Like, who are they? Like, what do I do with this $10 million? Like, there's so much money every year that just sits in a pot of gold somewhere because they don't know what to do with it.
What to do with it?
You know what I'm saying? And then they try to find out, and they'll see some cast that got a podcast or some shit, and they're just like, the business is terrible, they're super ghetto, and they don't have like they don't know the business. That's why I started teaching because I also teach business in the class because people don't know the business. Like for starters, you don't come late. The first thing I teach in class is like you don't come late. That's all. That's why I was kicking your ass. You know what I'm saying?
I was early.
I'm like, yo, wait. On
you
time,
ain't supposed to be on the episode, Craze.
On time is 15 minutes early. Only that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was here 20 minutes early. You know what I'm saying? I'm busy. I'm working, but I put my system on so I can just hear when it's like, yo, Ulysses come through, boom, and I can't be here right now. But I already said I was going to be here, so I'm here. Time is like
we appreciate it too.
Time is like you don't waste nobody's time. Now you come late to my set, you never work with me ever again, ever.
Hey,
ever. I don't care who died, who got. I don't care. Like you know what I'm saying. Now if you hit me like, yo, my father's having a heart attack, I'm holding him right now. I'm going to the hospital. All right, cool, I get it. You know what I'm saying. But it just can't. Like I stopped teaching at one point because of that. I was like, yo, I feel like every time I do a class, people's parents die. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always had like a family emergency. It was all a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped teaching for like a year. But it's like people don't take it serious. Like it's the Olympics, man. If you want to win, you can do short films all day. Short films for your cousin, for your brother, and have some little whack thing. Hey, I'm in a short film. You can do that all day long. You know what I'm saying? But you want to support your kids? Like my kids live off of what I do. You know what I'm saying? My kids live great from filming. I live an amazing life for being a filmmaker. It's what I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you want to live at that level, like it's not a game. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. The thing about it too is like say myself, right? People don't know what I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't even go out no more because of it. Because I would go out and all you see me is doing this, hey, enjoying life, and people would hate me because it's like, yo, why the fuck is he living this life? What the fuck does he do? How come I'm not living that life? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'll tell you one thing, buddy. I've been doing it for 30 years. I mean, let's just start there. 30 years.
Yeah.
I've been doing it 6 months. And you want to sit next to me in the chair? It just doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? They call seniority. They call experience. thing called knowledge. There's a thing called resume. There's a lot of things that happen in 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't even compete with me, my brother. Like, you're not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I say all the artists we know, like, people want to direct videos so they can be cool with 50 cents and hang out with 50 cents. It doesn't work that way. You can do 5 videos for 50 cents. That don't mean you're gonna be cool with you. We did his first one, the second one, the 10th one, the 12th one, the 4th, the 50th, the 60th, the 70th, the 20th, the 28th, the 29th, the 32, the 31, the 34, the first movie, the next movie. You know what I'm saying? The commercials, like, there's like a 20-year relationship.
Shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Friends. You know what I'm saying? Bad Joe, you know what I'm saying? You know, people get confused with that. Like this weekend, you know, I was at his birthday party. There was only 200 people there. And some people were offended, like, yo, like, they didn't get invited. Like, how did you get invited? You know what I'm saying? I know Joe for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like he dropped Joe, and I put him in I Like It Like That. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
when we first met, we were the only Latinos in the game. They're like, yo, you Latino, my nigga? Yo, what's up, my brother? Yo, fuck with your boys. Let's go. We're doing a show tonight. The people come through. Like, and it was just love it. Anytime I had a movie, yo, Joe, you want to come audition for this movie? No doubt. Y'all got a video. You want to cast it? And it was just like, you know, because there was no Latinos back then. So back then, if you was Latino, it was like, yo, what's up? You're an actor? You're a director? Yo, what up, my brother? You Latino? Oh, shit. Yo, check this out.
That's dope, though, that you guys had that relationship of like,
but everybody did that because there was no Latinos in the game. So we were like unicorns. So you see a unicorn go by that look like you like, yo, stop. Yo, you Latino, my nigga? Holy shit, what up, my brother? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, we had a passion for something. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was thinking about no money because there was none. I mean, there's still no money for Latinos. You know what I'm saying? But nobody was thinking about the money. You know what I'm saying? We didn't come in the, I mean, I Like That was my first movie behind the scenes. But after that, everything I did was black. Because there was no Latinos. And every black movie I did, I snuck in a little Latino here and there. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I could sneak in a little, you know what I'm saying? I became a casting because we were actors first, right? And every time I went out to castings, they were like, you know, it was like a typecast. Because all the movies you saw in the 80s and 90s were shot in LA and all the Latinos were Mexican. So when they had like a Mexican, or they had a Latino actor in Law and Order or some shit, they wanted it to be Mexican.
Yeah.
They wanted that stereotype. So it was frustrating. So my father was like, "Why are you mad for? And why you think white people are supposed to know who we are? You know, what you need to do is learn it and fix it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? I don't know, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So as actors, we were. Darnell Martin, who wrote and directed I Like That, it was originally called Blackout. She had like the few Latinos, it was me, my brother, Vinny Loresco played Juice and Radames and Juice, Elvis Nolasco, who did Criminal Minds. You know, he got nominated for that.
Shout out to Elvis. I recently met him today, a couple weeks ago at Palante HBO, and he's doing The Godfather in Harlem right now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Good dude.
I mean, he was doing All American too, and then the complications they replaced him with some other. The worst thing I can't believe it. Anyway, so that's my brother. Like I said, so they had all of us and Jose Soto. We were all like doing the reading and stuff while Donnell was fixing a movie. And then me and Jesse were rappers back in the day, believe it or not. So we went on a rap tour to Canada with main source producers, K. Cut and his brother. And then we had beepers. So they were beeping us to tell us the movie got picked up and we need to go for the callbacks. And we were to audition, but the beepers didn't work in Canada. So we missed this. By the time we got back home, they were like, yo, what happened? We were beeping you guys. And we missed the casting. So then, so we should have been actors in I Like It Like That. You know, and then my, you know, since we knew everybody involved, they were like, you know what? Since you used to always talk that shit, if you was a caster, if you would change the game, won't you do an internship on this shit so you can learn it? You know? So I was like, wow, I would love to do that, but right now I'm a crew chief at Pan American Airlines. I travel for free all around the world. I get 50% off hotels and cars and this and that. Why would I, you know, jeopardize that career for this? And my boy was like, so that's what you want to do? You want to work at the airport? You want to be an actor and work on movies? Like, what do you want to do? So I was like, damn, man. That was the crossroads for me. So I asked the Lord for a sign, and he gave me the sign that morning. Opened up the mail. There was a pink slip. It's like Pan American Airlines go bankrupt. So you got 3 weeks. You got 3 weeks left. So we can transfer you to Delta since you're a crew chief, or you can go on unemployment at max amount or whatever. So I was like, this is not a sign. I don't know what is. So I called my man up and I was like, Big Dave Susan. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to work at the airport. I want to work on movies, man. Instead of that interview.
Let's go.
You know, and that changed my life. Then I started working in casting. You know what I'm saying? Worked on Like That, Above the Rim, New Jersey Drive, Sunset Park. You know, extra casting. No, Juice, I was in it. Those I was doing extra casting. You watch old movies, we pop out. You know, you'll bug out. You know, one Sunday you'll be watching some old movie. There I go selling a gun. There I go selling crack. There I go robbing the purse. There I go smoking crack. There I go injecting heroin. Like that's all it was, man. Like my reel is crazy, man. I got my videos all over the place. I'm like a crackhead, a drug addict, a raper, a drug dealer, gun dealer. Like that was it. One line, 2 lines maybe.
And that never infuriated you that, like, yo, I don't need to be the drug dealer in this movie. Like, I could be.
No, that's why I became a casting director.
Facts.
Change that shit. Now, like I said, that's all we're getting. 1 line. Orale. oh, Joe, what you looking at, Joe? You looking at me, Joe? Like, Joe, that was it. He was either that or orale.
Yeah, I think at least in the 90s, early 2000s, it was either Mexican or sometimes if it was New York, you could get Puerto Rican. I feel like they on Law and Order they let Puerto Rican kind of like seep in.
Yeah. They've been showing love little by little, but right now, they still like 9 out of 10 jobs I get, they go Mexican. Like I'm doing something now, it's like Mexican. But you know why though, right? You know why, right?
I'll tell you.
Go.
If you're doing a Latino project and there is no Mexican content in it, there is a very good chance it might not be a success because the Mexican market is the number one market as far as support. So if I did the Rick A show and instead of Eli Jas, I had a Mexican co-host on the show, our show would be highly syndicated in Mexico. Mexico, I think, is number 8, which we don't do pretty bad. But instead of France being number 2, Mexico would be 1 or 2. And actually, Mexico, this is to put into context what Yuli was saying earlier. Mexico's number 8. Me and Craze and Ellie were part Dominican. I'm Dominican, Craze Dominican, Ellie's part Dominican. DR's number 15 on our list.
Yeah, we don't get no love.
So, and that's 120
right now. I mean, maybe that's on us though.
9 seasons, awards, nominations. We're nominated this year for Best DR Podcast.
Yo,
and we're DR's 15 on our chart. Like,
nah, but there's the Mexican market, man. Like, I mean, all you gotta do is go to spend some time in LA too. You'll see. But even New York, like, there's a lot of Mexicans here too. Yeah.
Because Mexicans support their own people.
Yes, for sure.
They buy the product.
That's it, bro. That's it. Yeah.
So if In the Heights came out, it's about Washington Heights, neighborhood predominantly Dominican. If instead of like us bitching and moaning who's in the film, who's not in the film, instead of that, we went to watch the film, it would have been a different story. There could be another Dominican film in the future. But then the people that control these studios, they're looking at the numbers and they're like, we're not doing In the Heights again. We're not doing this type of film.
Yeah.
That's it. So you hit it on the money, man.
It puts a stop to future projects that could be down the pipeline. And if you're so adamant and so upset about who's casted in the film, then why don't you write a film and you try to put a project forward? Lin-Manuel Miranda, he's Puerto Rican and he's from the Heights, whatever. But the man did a film on Washington Heights. Like, not a lot of people were going to do that.
And put money in people's pocket.
Yes. So the I guess is like 90% Dominican, 90% Latinos in the film. Overall, didn't have to be all Dominicans. He got a Asian director. like he changed the game. He literally went to all the minorities and he casted and he had minorities work on this one film. I don't see. I get the beef. I understand that, but there's a time and place for things to be brought up. So
now, like let's just say, I got to be careful what I say. Okay, so I started acting rehab because I do the urban project, right?
Mhm.
And every time I do the urban project, everybody sucks. You know what I'm saying? You get lucky, you find one. If one person comes in and they're good, I'm like, oh my god, please, like, don't leave, please. Put security number and make sure that your house is like, because it's just like, it's a big deal. Like I cast a movie called Prison Song, which it was actually the most watched movie in BET history until Soul Plane took it out. So now Soul Plane is the most watched movie in BET history, which I cast as well. So now, since 1999 till today, the most watched movies in BET history were cast by your boy. You know,
Let's go.
just on some history of the kid.
Let's go.
But Prison Song was predominantly a black film, and it's like young urban, right? And 90 out of 100 actors that came in that door were terrible. No acting training, nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's a problem a lot of people don't understand. It's like, it's not that like Lin-Manuel was blocking dark-skinned people. Maybe he didn't find them. Maybe he didn't find them. And whoever's
Anthony Ramos is half Dominican, half Puerto Rican.
Yes.
People pegged him as Puerto Rican. Like
yes.
They're like, oh, you got the main actor.
Hey, no, but you know what though? To be fair though, right? That's Lin-Manuel's story. Yeah. And he was Puerto Rican. So my thing was like, they didn't have to make him Puerto Rican. They didn't have to make him Dominican because in real life he was Puerto Rican. And what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing when the movie dropped and everybody started bitching and moaning and complaining and all this shit, I was like, look, man, I got issues with every movie I see. You know what I'm saying? Every movie I see.
Yeah.
Just watch the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just watch the damn shit. And that's it.
Let it be art, yeah.
And talk about the good stuff about it. That's it. You know what I mean? Because we don't support, like you said, it's over. We were supposed to do the Wild Cowboys. We never did that shit. When we tried to do the Wild Cowboys, the first thing started happening, we started getting phone calls. Yo, well, if you don't give us no money, you ain't shooting on this block. If you don't, you ain't, and all this shit started happening. Like, this is not going to be fun. Then we're going to come to the Heights and give money to everybody. The stores, the restaurants, the people, the this, the that. No, but it's like, you know what? Who the hell wants to do that shit? Forget about the Wild Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Since 2000, we've been trying to do that shit. Never did it. Then we finally were about to do it, and money got in the money. Some people
it could still be done. I think the market exists, especially now with all this last 4 or 5 years. A lot of films,
like I said, right now, we're not doing it.
Yeah, I get it.
And then we were right there, ready to do it. And then one person caused it not to happen. You know what I'm saying? One person caused it not to happen, which was the biggest disappointment of all time. You know what I'm saying? Because of funds, because of credits and money. And, you know what I'm saying? It's like, really? Like, really? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about Dominicans. It's like, you give a Dominican like a little cookie, now you think he the baker. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, just hold your cookie, man.
Yeah, man.
It takes a minute to be the baker. It takes a minute to be the baker, man. Just cook, enjoy the cookie, man.
If we're a group and we're Aventura, and I'm Henry and Craze is Romeo, I know I gotta play my fucking part.
Let me play the role.
That's it.
Gotta play your role.
But motherfuckers with the album deal right away. It's like, come on.
It ain't like it.
Again, I'm gonna put this into context. Yuli was talking about it earlier. Me and Yuli spoke I think around season two. Season two. This is 2019 when we first spoke.
Yeah.
Before they shot Bravas, and we had a couple conversations, and he's like, "Yeah." I just kept doing what I have to do, being consistent, still putting out content, still, And then I just called him again, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
And now we're here. You see?
Yeah.
His exact words was, you've earned my time."
Facts. And we appreciate this.
And I was grateful for him to say that, but I was just like grateful that he was going to be on the show. Same thing with Jesse. Originally, I wanted to have them both in the same room, and that's kind of hard to do.
That would be dope, though.
That would be dope. That's still my dream. Like,
but like I told you that, and the same thing. Like my boy has a show. What's that called? I can't think of it on the top of my head, but he called me to do the both of us or whatever. So I'm just like, look, man, right now Jesse's the bigger dog. So I told him, just like what you was like, take Jesse. You know what I'm saying? He's the bigger guest. So take him, and then when it makes sense, I come and do the show. Because the thing is that we're both two different animals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to have him in the room. I could talk for 19 hours. You know, he could talk for 25 hours. So it doesn't make sense to have the two of us on the show because it's like just with one question, the show's over. Because he'll have to give his part, I'll give my part, you give your opinion. Show's over. Time's up.
I think for us, it's just the idea of seeing the two of y'all be able to like
in the same
space, in the same universe. Because for us, it's like seeing A-Rod and Derek Jeter together chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh shit, they actually, like we see y'all, we know y'all as two individual.
I'm gonna give it to you right now. So for me, I picture this. I picture United Palace.
Ooh.
With an actual audience, 2 chairs, a white backdrop,
like inside the actor studio.
Inside with Yuli and Jesse.
Damn, that's an ambition for me. I think we could do it.
That's on my vision board. So
we could do it.
Yeah, I like that. Like United Palace. We shot some videos there.
United Palace.
There.
Yo, we grew up 2 blocks from there. That's why for us,
that's why that's what it is for me. If I'm gonna do something live and big and in person, I have to do it there first.
It's gotta be there first. Yeah.
So we got a segment called 3, 2, 1. So we developed this during COVID, right? So it's 3 things that you're currently watching and you're currently into, 2 things you're listening to, it could be audio or reading, and then 1 thing you looking to accomplish in the next 2 years. So 3 things you've been watching, which is probably a lot of shit.
Oh, you asking me these questions?
Yes.
So 3 things I've been watching.
Yeah.
The main thing I watch every single day is people. That's like a terrible addiction that I have. I just watch people. Sometimes I go to the park and sit down. Sometimes I just ride the trains aimlessly. Today I jumped on the bus. And so every time I do this people watching shit, it's freaking insane. I'm starting to think people are crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe
they are.
Maybe I just have bad luck or crazy luck. Like say today, right? I took a bus, right? And then like there was this girl in front of me, right? And like, she was on her phone or whatever, and like she kept like opening her legs and closing her legs and opening and closing to the point that it caught my attention. So like I don't know if she was like she had a skirt on, so I don't know if she was trying to get me to look or something. But I already like as a casting director for so many years, like I don't look at girls. Like I'm already like you know what I'm saying? Like I already got no reflexes to girls. So she's like flash. I'm like, man, what the fuck she want me to do or whatever, right? So I'm a little uncomfortable, whatever. Then my phone starts ringing like what is it? AirDrop? Is that what it's called?
AirDrop, yeah.
Yeah, so like it keeps beeping like going to accept the picture. So I'm like, who the hell is AirDrop me? So I'm looking around and the legs keep moving. So I'm thinking maybe it's Shorty trying to AirDrop me a picture of the vagina or something. I'm like,
oh, please tell me it's not a dude though.
Yo, So I didn't want to open it because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get off like in 10 minutes. So I was like, let me wait till I get out before I press open because I don't want to open it up and just be caught up in this, wildfire. So as I'm about to get out the bus, I press OK, and it was a dude, man. It was so scary. I mean, at first I thought it was an arm, but it wasn't an arm. It was like somebody's package or whatever, right? So I freaked out and I like looked around quick. I should not have done that. So I was like at the end of the bus. The bus has like 5 seats at the end.
Yeah.
So I was out at the end of those 5 seats. So like the dude was right next to me that sent me the picture. When I looked at him, he went like this. So I was like,
That's what happens on the MTA right now?
no, listen,
The air traffic?
something always happens.
Yo.
That's why I'm always outside. Always. That's like a bad addiction that I have. Like
I'm kind of like that too.
I just go today. I went to Jamaica Avenue.
That's a wild place to go too.
Queens.
That's where I'm from. I went to my block.
Hey.
I went to my block, and it was weird, and it's like a lot has changed. I haven't been in a long time. So then I went on Jamaica Avenue, and it was just like, man, moving. I couldn't believe I lived there. I was just like, wow, how was I even surviving over here? It felt like Wild Wild West.
Yo, it's serious.
Just angry people and just like cursing and just like I was just watching like, wow. I went with security just in case, but I was just like, security. When I say security, I mean like one of my gangster friends, like
I feel
that like doing stuff, like being tough for fun. But that's one thing too. Recently I started watching shows. I haven't watched TV for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Like all my friends that are on shows, I've never seen their show. They can all tell you. Next guest you have that's famous, ask them if they know me, and ask them if I watch their shows. They'll be like, hell no, you ain't never seen my show.
I'm about to send a text right now. I know someone.
Yeah, never seen a show. Because TV back then, I couldn't connect with it.
Yeah.
It just didn't. I didn't know these people. These experiences were corny. But then Netflix started touching on some, doing some cool shit. I've been seeing like people just like overreacting on shows. Like my older brother, he's hooked. He's like, yo, this show. So let me watch this fucking show. What the hell he's so going crazy over? And I started watching these Netflix shows, and I've been pretty hooked now.
What shows you watching?
The first show I've watched, like in 30 years,
Money Heist
was Ozark.
That show is.
I like that show.
That was my first show I watched.
That show is fire.
I like
My
that
brother
show.
was hooked on it. I don't watch shows with people that don't look like me in it. That's why I don't see any shows. And then I saw The Money Heist.
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's a good one.
And Tokyo and all that. Whoa.
That's done by Vancouver Media. Vancouver Media got 4 other shows.
Yo.
That I'm like, yo.
Ooh. So after that shit, I was hooked. Then I wanted to switch up and come to my African American side. I grew up black pretty much.
Yeah.
In my whole career, I grew up black and then made the transition over. So then I was going through the channels trying to find something, and I bumped into All American.
Oh.
Yeah, I seen that one.
I got one for you. Too. I got one for you. It's called Snowfall.
Snowfall.
And it's on FX.
You know what? I seen Narcos.
Yeah.
Then I seen like.
Well, The Wire to me is the best show I've ever seen on television.
I've never seen The Wire.
That's
The Wire to me.
I've never seen it.
To me, TV shows that I like. So The Sopranos and The Wire to me are the 2 best shows I've ever seen.
I think those are like the first shows.
And I'll squeeze in Boardwalk Empire underneath those.
Well, I think The Sopranos and The Wire, they set the tone for how those shows would be made. Like moving forward.
And that's what I wasn't watching TV. Like everybody in The Wire is my friend. Everybody.
Yeah.
My
Wow.
brother, my
But-
brother. And I never seen The Wire.
I guarantee you, if you watch The
I
Wire,
like The Wire though too.
you'll love it. It's just
No, I'm sure. So I gotta rewind. Thank you for telling me. I should see where my friends are.
yeah.
You know, and I was supposed to work on Sopranos, and I passed on.
Word.
Oh yes. There's a story about you and Jesse, right? Well, Jesse was in it.
Jesse was in it.
Uh-huh.
He gets shot in the first episode. I think he gets shot. But Sheila Jaffe and Jan Watkins, they're the ones that showed me how to do principal casting. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing principal casting, blah, blah, blah. And every time I needed help, they would help me, or if they were stuck like a Latina or somebody, I would help them. So when they got the Sopranos job, they offered me to work for them, you know. And I was just like, you know, I was like, you know, I'm not really an assistant. And I just felt like the only win for me was to go in there and go, hey guys, I got my own shit popping, you know, hire me. So I was just like, why would I do that to them? You know, they've been so loyal to me and so good to me. If that's the win, then I shouldn't take the job. I don't want to go in there and do that. You know what I'm saying? So then I was just like, you know, so then whenever they got stuck, they called me like Danya Ramirez. I'm the one that send them to her. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime they needed like an urban or whatever, they would always call me. So I mean, to this day, like I'm grateful to them. And like I said, Soul Plane, you know, they don't want to hire me. I'm a Latino nobody. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want to hire me. So the only way we were able to hire me if I did it with somebody else. So Sheila Jaffe Georgian, you know, took this job so I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So I was there pretty much 5 days a week, and she'll come on Fridays and wave at the executives. You know what I'm saying? But also, she had the muscle, so I would call the agencies. I'm like, hello, I'm calling for. Click, hello. So then she'll be, I'll call them, tell them you're calling with me. Hey, she'll tell me to call. Hey, what's going on? How are you? You know? So she gave me
Relationships.
power. You know, so
Those relationships.
then she offered me Entourage too, and I was just like, you know, I love you to death, but I'm not an assistant, you know.
Wow.
I don't know anything about being an assistant. But you know, what was the second question?
What's one thing you're looking to accomplish in the next year or two?
One thing. Well, there's a couple of things, but you know, but not in a year or two. But one of my internal goals is acting rehab. You know, like the goal with acting rehab is next year, hopefully, we're going to launch a university. So it'll be a free university, you know, a nonprofit organization where everyone's free, but there'll be, you know, prerequisites to get a seat in the class. And then, of course, if you're smart, you get fired from the class. So, you know, if you don't, you know, it'll be a hard way in, easy way out. And then the last semester, we're going to do a You Got Cast class. And then that class is You Got Cast. And then the semester is getting ready for the show. And then we shoot it. And then we shoot it, and we'll do it for like 10 different classes. And in those 10 different classes, it'll be a reel for us to look at. It'll be like a final call video to see who gets cast. And then we'll shoot the pilot for real. You know, with all acting rehab students and all acting rehab celebrity guests that come to the building for us. And then the idea is to do something kind of like a spring break meets Sundance in Santo Domingo, Cap Cana, where we'll do panels, competitions, workshops, networking parties, and then the last night we'll do the premiere of the acting rehab pilot. You know what I'm saying? And the hopes is to have some people go there that can take a look at it to try to sell it. You know, and I'm not, you know, I don't think we can hit it out the park on the first shot. You know, but you know, the goal is, you know, in 5-10 years to potentially sell one of these shows, and then Hollywood, when they want to do diversity, they got to come to us. Because right now, I stopped casting for many years, and everybody's calling me now because diversity is popular again, and they can't find me. So everyone's starting to call me now. So now my casting company that I closed a long time ago, It's like it's open. People think I cast. I don't cast no more, but I'm casting something every week. So it's like I guess I'm casting it. I don't have a staff. I don't have anything. So it's kicking me in the ass. But I feel like I said, we got like Untitled Chronicles. We got about 20 students, on TV shows right now. Like I said, Shannon Thornton, she's one of the stars of Valley Girl, I think it is, on Stars. But she took acting rehab, 14 years ago. There's a bunch of kids that came through here, like in the beginning sessions, that are all working actors now. So I believe that that this is going to be something so epic that the studios at some point like, hey, can next year's semester, can it be the CBS pilot? We'll fund it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the dream.
Down the road.
Like the dream to have a house of diversity and almost like like
a school of the next generation of.
It's like the new ULU party.
Yeah.
Because I used to do 2 parties a year, right? They were the most epic parties of all time because, I would have people from all different, scenarios from music to acting to sports to agents to managers, directors, producers, models, and just all different type of people in one room. So the networking power was phenomenal. I even had about 4 people married for my party to this day, still married. They were married, but so I stopped doing the parties because, people started requesting too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, can I do the 5th anniversary of the Rick show there? And can I bring 90 people? My football team from high school, and like all these crazy requests started coming in. And then if I said no to Rick, he's like, oh, but when I promoted your movie on the show and you did well, okay, all right, we'll see what happens next year when you need me to promote anything. So now I lost this relationship because I won't let him 80 people do his 50th anniversary, and you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that started happening. So then my parties, instead of them becoming good, they became bad. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped doing them. But I think this will be like one time a year. I give all my friends free tickets and free food and free drinks and free hotels and some money in their pocket to come celebrate success with me in the Dominican Republic. Like that'll be the new ULU party. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're having fun with chilling, but we're dropping some jewels to the kids. We're like inspiring some kids and having a great time. Like that's just like the ultimate dream for me right now. Like I said, and we're trying to launch it next year. So
yo, that's amazing, bro.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to it.
And like in my deck, like everybody's out. You know what I'm saying? Even 50 came to my class. You know what I'm saying? Even 50 grabbed one of my students and put them in for life, support and role. You know what I'm saying? Chris Robinson, Ulysses Terrero, like I'm talking, I got directors, stars. Rosie came last month. You know, Rosie.
Wow.
Like the movement is real. You know what I'm saying? I got
50 took some people for BMF and thing, right? What's the other show? Was it BMF or Power? One of the two.
No, he took somebody from my class and put him in for life.
For life.
For life.
The ABC show,
For life.
Yeah,
I mean, 50 got like 7 shows going right now, so
yeah, he's doing very well.
He got 3 powers for life, and BMF is about to come out. So like, no, 4 powers, because he got Kanan, he got the one with Tommy that's gonna come out, Power 2, the original Power, for life, and now he's
7 days a week. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, no drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just people got it twisted, man. Like I said, people see 50 and think he's fucking chicks and drinking and smoking and why that guy works 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So, like it's not a game. He's not playing. Doesn't do drugs. I don't think I've ever seen him, drunk, high, never. I know him for 20 something years. Been around the world with 50 and never seen him ever. Always focused. And none of that, and that's what people get it twisted. It's like, people think it's like you just show up and it happens. Anybody that's like, say Juice, right? Every single person on that set, besides us, were actors. Like trained actors from acting schools, all of them. Tupac, Omar Epps, Vinny Loresca, everybody were real actors from performing arts. That's why back in the days when Tupac had some beef, somebody put a picture with him with trousers like in some ballet shit. That's a true picture. He was studying ballet too in theater school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's not a game. You know
That's
what I'm
real.
saying? Nobody's just lucky. And the few lucky people, I don't want to say their names, that got an opportunity, they're not here no more. You know what I'm saying? Easy come, easy go. You know what I'm saying? Easy come, easy go.
Well, Yuli, I want to thank you for taking the time and being on the show today, my brother.
What was the last question?
We definitely got to do a part. You
Yeah.
answered it. It was the one thing you're looking to accomplish, and I'm actually looking forward to that. If it happens, the acting rehab where it turns into a pilot episode. I think that's a dope idea, actually.
Yo, what you described to me was an amazing thing. Like looping in, doing something in Dominican Republic, where you bring in people. You know, yeah. There was a vision there that I think we got to play this back and like create a vision board around that shit because there's something there. That sounds amazing.
We'll involve you guys. Like I said, this is a platform for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we appreciate that.
That's another problem is that people don't ever want to share. Like, say, I'll say this last thing. I got 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I already.
You got as many minutes as you want.
So my brother Frank Reyes, right? Who I love and respect so much. You guys know who that is?
No, educate me.
No.
You're lying.
Frank Reyes?
You don't know who he is?
Not the singer, the director.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say,
he was not gonna talk about Frank Reyes, the singer.
Oh, I got to like Frankie Reyes. So anyway, I met this guy named Frank Reyes. It was 1991, 92, maybe 93. He wears a Kango like LL always. And he was always walking around with a book bag and a script in his hand and a laptop.
Yeah.
You know, and he has me a script like, yo, I got the script. I heard you casting, yo, show me the love if you can, this, that, the third. Like, what's the budget? Because there ain't no budget, nigga. Latin movement, let's go, let's help each other out. And at that point, I was making some bread. So I was just like, man, I feel you, my brother, but I can't, can't really do that right now. He's like, all right, it's all good. I'm just, I'm trying to connect the Latinos and get this Latin movement going. You popping, I'm trying to pop, And I was like, yeah, I just can't do it. Then a couple of months go by, I see him again. Yo, the script in his hand, and then long story short, he did that shit on his own. It's a short film, I forget the name, we got to top of my head. Then a year later, I see him again. He handed me a script, I got the script, but he's just like, this guy just never stopped. Then eventually, he got awarded the movie, his first movie, and the money guys didn't let me cast it. They had their boy cast it. So he comes to me like, yo, can you do extras casting? And I said, yo, I don't do extras casting no more. He goes, yeah, but I'm just talking about connect with the Latinos. Just connect, my brother. Like the movement is real. Like let's all get together, man. Like, come on, man. Like we can't grow. We don't help each other out or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, right? So the extras casting on it. And there was a movie called Empire.
Empire. I knew.
You know what I'm saying? It was called Empire, right?
That's.
And it's like I said, it's like, that was the most, that movie made the most money as an independent film. I think it was at Universal, made the most money as an independent film. It was like $2 million movie, made like 30 million or something like that. Anyway, then Frank went on and did Illegal Tenders.
Illegal Tender, yeah.
And he went and did Ministers or whatever. But like, he was just all about the Latin movement. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is that, Illegal Tenders I don't think did good. The Ministers didn't work out either. And it's like, he wrote movies to put Latinos in them. But the fact that nobody really supported the last two movies, it was just like, yo, this shit don't work, buddy.
I watched Illegal Tenders. Rick Gonzalez.
I actually, Rick Gonzalez.
Yeah, so it's like, but he kept fighting for us and he kept trying to do movies with Latinos in them. And the studio was like, yo, this is amazing. This shit is epic. Why does the dude have to be Spanish? He goes, because I wrote it for him, Spanish brother. Well, I know, Frank, when you make it Italian, We got shit on our hands. And he goes, well, then I guess we don't have anything yet. And he passed on all the opportunities.
Wow.
Because he goes, if we don't make Latin stars, how can we make movies? Because basically, to make a movie, you need to put a star on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he goes, so if I don't stay here like Marshall said before for the Italians in Goodfellas, in Godfather, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to do it? I'm going to stay here and fight for my Latinos to create stars. You know, and anyway, so when we was in LA, you know, Frank was like, let's do like the Jews. And instead of doing like a Sabbath, let's do the Latinish, you know? And every Wednesday, because in the Sabbath, I don't know if you guys know about much about that, but, you know, every week, you know, the Jews come together. You know, I used to go, you know, one of my friends was the rabbi or whatever, so I was in the building, and I had my little thingy, and I hope you don't kill me, Jews. I'm sorry for my, you know.
The yarmulke.
It's yarmulke.
But anyway, yarmulke. So anyway, so you sit down, different. You can't sit down with a repeat. So every week you go, you sit at a table with a new 10 people, right? So what you do is exchange cards and network. What do you do? What do you do? Oh my God, you're a casting director? Oh my God, my daughter wants to be an actor. I'm a dentist. Look, I'll give you some teeth whitening and give my daughter an audition.
Wow.
Okay? What do you do? Oh my God, I clean floors. I'll come shine your floors and give my son an audition. Oh my God, do you know this person? If you let me go on set and meet this person, I'll give you, you know, free law thing, like, you know, look at your contracts or something like, you know, every week. Barter, that's it. Barter. And next thing you know, I'm like doing all this barter. I'm like living like a millionaire and I ain't even spending a penny. So we're like, yo, let's start doing this shit with the Latinos. You like every Wednesday, you meet with the Latinos and, you know, figure out how we can help all each other out. And we did that every week for like a couple of weeks. And, you know, I'm not trying to come at you females, but but the females against females, you know, it's like, oh my God, congratulations on that movie. Like, how did you get in? Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, you know, like information wasn't being released. They didn't want to share information. So I'd be like, yo, Susan, how come you didn't tell her how you got in or whatever? You know, and say, well, I'm not trying to break that relationship, but if she comes in and does some messed up things and mess up my opportunities, I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing that little secret. There was a lot of that going on where like there was nothing being shared. Nobody wanted to share no information. And then like somebody would walk in and they're like, oh shit, I go Ulysses Terrero. Oh shit, this cocksucker. You know, there was just so much hate, man. And we tried to do it and it wasn't going anywhere.
That's a vision me and some of my guys have. You know, I'm Ivan is one of them, Ivan Manito. So we share information, me and him, and we try to put
man. That's about shout out to Digital Bodega, Tommy 5K,
Ivan Manito, all them guys. We
collaboration, bro. All of our crew, man. Like all of our folks. It's like everybody comes in. We have like our own 2 days. That's what the show is really about. You know, we all come together and kind of have this moment where we kind of create together. And that's what a lot of this, you know, a lot of the content comes out of us having these interactions off the air and kind of like helping each other out. Like, yo, can you edit this video because I got this thing going on?
Facts.
You know, so the podcast that we do before this is For the Love of Jayla. So while Rick knew I was sick today, so he was on there, but he didn't realize that I was already on, you know, engineering. So we kind of like, but yeah, man, we really, what you're saying, it really resonates with us, man, about collaboration and like helping each other out, like building bridges, man.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here, my brother. I respect you. I support you. You know, I got your back. Anything I could do, you know, just let me know. So you guys ain't talking, you walking. You know? I respect that. Most people just
appreciate and respect that. And I also want to thank you again for taking the time with us.
Thanks.
I called him. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. And he probably has something to do right now, but
for real, mad busy.
I'm dying right now. I'm so dead right now. I'm doing a
Thank
cat,
you.
and I'm doing Smirnoff. Anybody in Miami listening, Smirnoff, we're doing 3 SAG commercials. What that means is paper, paper, paper.
Let's go.
You know, and it's 75% Latinos, 25% everybody else. We're doing everything. I mean, you name it, from diversity, ethnicities, to trans, to non-binary, to, you know, what's the proper word? Healthy, I think is the proper word. Healthy, you know, all of the above. We're using some.
That's dope.
Some. What's the word when you maybe missing a leg? What's the proper word for that?
Amputee.
Yes, amputated. Yeah, one of the characters amputated. So it's like, you know, we're trying to show the love to everybody. So if you're in Miami, email me. Smirnoff commercial. Rejoin.
Let's go. Shout out to Smirnoff for cutting that check too for you.
Yeah. They outside.
Let's go.
We outside.
Hey,
Uli, thank you again. You can catch us next week. I'm definitely gonna do a part 2 with him, and
yeah, man, please come back, please.
I'll announce
For
that
real.
soon.
We gotta do this shit in person.
Yeah, so much better.
See
Uptown,
you guys next
security.
Tuesday.
Yeah, marvelous. Okay.